Last weekend, my friends and I decided to ditch our screens and reconnect with nature by embarking on a hiking trip. It was one of those days where the weather was perfect, the sun was shining, and the air was crisp enough to make you feel alive. Among our group was Sarah, our resident free spirit and amateur photographer, who had brought along her trusty camera. She was adamant that this trip would be the perfect opportunity to capture some stunning cloud formations. As we set off on the trail, Sarah's enthusiasm was contagious, even if her idea of cloud messages was a bit peculiar. About an hour into our hike, Sarah kept pausing every few minutes to snap pictures of the sky, claiming she saw shapes and patterns that were definitely messages from above. Each time she stopped, she would excitedly point out how a cloud resembled a turtle or a teapot, insisting they held hidden meanings. We chuckled and played along, thinking it was just her usual quirky self. The trail was well marked, and we all felt confident navigating the path, so we indulged her cloud-watching antics, thinking we had all the time in the world. However, as the day went on, we realized we hadn't seen any trail signs for quite a while. The path had somehow led us into a dense thicket, and our GPS had zero signal. As tension began to rise among us, Sarah, unfazed by the predicament, declared with a grin, "It's just cloudy with a chance of directions." We all groaned, but there was something oddly reassuring about her carefree attitude. It was as if her belief in the clouds knowing the way was enough to set us back on course. In a twist of fate, as we continued trying to find our way, Sarah shouted with glee, pointing at a cloud that looked suspiciously like a giant arrow. "It's a sign," she exclaimed. We laughed, deciding to humor her, and to our surprise, following the arrow eventually led us back to the familiar part of the trail. As we finally reached the parking lot, Sarah turned to us with a triumphant smile and said, "See? I told you, every cloud has a silver lining, and sometimes, it even comes with directions."